So in this video, I'm going to talk about, according to the pirate model, where in these areas is it best to go with ads, where is it good to run email marketing, and what are the different tools and methods to communicate in our marketing in these different areas. So as you can see, we have here at the very beginning, we have our awareness. And you can also see the AIDA model here. And I'm going to show you in one of the next videos a very, very deep, in-depth AIDA attraction funnel approach that has shown to us that it's the best and most reliable and most effective marketing approach to generate awareness and acquisition. And you can already see that most of the things that we have here, like all these ad channels, they are perfectly made for cold. To target customers according to their interests, behaviors, age ranges, gender. This can all be targeted cold to generate awareness. You can see cold audiences go in on the very left, and then you have some ads that are just only cold, and whenever there have been some touch points or some customers clicked on something, well, not customers, some potential customers clicked on your pages, they watched your videos, then they fall into deeper, more complex retargeting custom audiences. And so here between awareness and acquisition, that is where the main job is done with ads, with these cold ads. And whenever we scale ad accounts, we basically put most of the money into running cold ads and retargeting to get customers to buy this first product. This first product here is way, way more important than using ads for different products like P2, P3, P4, like all the other upsells that come later to your existing customers. We will never focus on that as long as we have not deeply mastered the P1 initial purchase sale. And I'm going to show you like a really deep, holistic AIDA model cold retargeting approach in one of the next videos. Here, this video is basically to show you where we can use which of these different tools. Because we cannot use email marketing or direct whatever marketing, WhatsApp marketing for cold. We don't have the customer's phone number yet, so we can't do it. So because we don't have the contact yet, we need to use other methods, like all these methods that we have here, all these really, really nice cold native ad channels. You could come up with funnels that put an opt-in for email or WhatsApp at the very top, which would be something like a free lead magnet, or most of these webinar funnels work this way, where they want to get the direct contact to a customer before they even sell anything. So they give out a lot of stuff for free, and they maybe give out a full workshop for free. But in return, people give their email and their phone number, or just their email or just their phone number. And so they do this, so they get the benefits of these super cheap marketing methods, not only for their P2 and existing customers, but also for their P1 initial customer before they even bought the initial product. This is sometimes very tricky when you run e-commerce brands, because how do you want to give out a free thing, or how do you get your customer's email or their phone number if they don't buy anything? So depending on what you're selling, this varies, and you have to be very good at not creating a sales funnel that is just too complicated and too messy and doesn't work well. Because if you create a sales funnel then you always have drop-off percentages on every different step, on every click. And I see very amateur funnel architects. They use like weird logic, and they say, yeah, I do this and I run this page, and I then send them to here, and they should watch this video, and then they should click here, and now they get pitched this offer. And this just doesn't work because it doesn't build any brand. The product, the offer is hidden after some other clicks, and this I wouldn't do it. I would think of my very good initial core offer, And I would show this already in my ads. I would show this on my pages, and I would try to get this initial purchase conversion as soon as possible. And once I have this, and sometimes this is a very cheap product, like below 100 euros, I will go more in depth in the next videos about pricing and all that stuff. It should be a low barrier entry funnel here. Entry, low barrier. Something like a 40 euro testing product. Or if you have a food startup, then it would be something like a sample to test it, to get the aha experience. That's the goal. And once this is done, we potentially have break even on our ads, or we even have a slight profit. And then we also have our direct contact. We have their email, we have their messenger, we have their pixel, we have their phone number, and we can then use this direct messaging and email marketing to achieve all the other steps. You would, for example, after a product purchased something, you wouldn't want to directly upsell them on the other products. You want to make sure that your activation is good. For example, you give in your some guides, some tutorials, some explanatory videos, how they can use the product, what are the best practices, so that this whole content explanation makes sure that the aha moment is good. Because only the aha moment is successful and people are happy and forming a habit, then the retention will be high, and only if the retention is high, then future upsell revenue is high, and only if retention is high and satisfaction is high, then referral will be high. And so these are the ideal funnels that we craft, and we use Facebook ads and Google ads and YouTube ads and all the other stuff to get our first initial customer. Or sometimes if we really have a free first product, or sometimes if you have software or you have an app, then you give out the first 14 days, 30 days for free or for very low cost, but you already generate this direct customer contact, which is then used in all the other areas, very, very individualized, very personalized, in a very non-spammy way, in a more helpful way. Because as you can already see here in this middle of the pirate model, it's not about selling, it's not about making money, it's about helping the customer achieve a successful product experience so that he is happy, he retains, he refers, and he buys future upsells in the future. And we delay this as much as possible. And as soon as we know the customer is habit forming, is retaining, and they are really, really happy, then we can start to sell more stuff. And for this, we use email marketing, WhatsApp marketing, phone marketing, maybe even direct contact, maybe even calling, chats in groups, all this stuff. But also we would still use ads. We would still run ads to these customers. But sometimes these ads are not selling anything. They're just there to keep awareness high, or to remind them that they haven't tried their free first month yet, even though they signed up, they're not logged in, or they bought a product and we want to make sure that it has arrived, there was no delay or no issues with the mailing, and they actually got their hands on the product, they're experiencing the product, they're unpackaging it, and they're trying it out and they experience this aha moment. And once we know that, we help them to form habits, to maybe give them like a 30, 60-day weight loss or muscle gain challenge, so they get into this habit forming. And this is all done through ads, through organic, through content, and all the other direct messaging stuff that I talked about. And once this is achieved, the same things are used for these two other steps. So basically, only for the very first step, where we don't have the direct contact, we cannot use it. Sometimes, for example, if you use LinkedIn Sales Navigator, or you have the email address, like you have an email database of your customers, then you could even potentially already start this direct messaging approach even in the first step. But I wouldn't do it. Sometimes it's like very spammy and people don't want that. But if customers opt in for something and they buy a product, they are very happy to receive these direct messages. I hope this was helpful, and there's much more to come in the next videos.